What is up guys, it's your boy Solam here, back with another World of Warcraft video for the War Within preparations. Now the War Within is coming out in less than 2 months, and we have a limited time to prepare for the brand new expansion, and I want to make this video to give an update on preparing for the expansion. I already have one video where I talk about the importance of having alts in the War Within and how the concentration system works, but if you haven't checked out yet, check out that video. I'll be linking it down below, and you can see it as a card at the end of this video as well. But in that video I also talked about leveling alt, and the War Within is a brand new expansion, and as with every brand new expansion there's a pre-patch, and in this pre-patch for the War Within, leveling suddenly becomes much faster. And in this video I want to talk about the overlap between the Mr. Pandaria remix event and this pre-patch, because during this overlap time you can level up brand new characters so quick. We're talking about starting a brand new character at level 1 and then being max level in about 1 hour's time. Either way, let's talk about it, let's dive into the Wowhead post, and let's talk about how to speed level as well using the Mr. Pandaria event in the pre-patch event. So first of all, we have a Wowhead post that talks about the possible launch date for the pre-patch of the War Within, stating that it launches before July 30th or on July 30th. This is based on data mining, and as you can see here, a news splash screen element revealing that the Radiant Echoes pre-patch event will become available on July 30th also indicates that the War Within pre-patch will launch before that date. New in the War Within pre-patch, Radiant Echoes, vanquish foes from Azeroth's past as memories resurface, available on July 30th. The War Within coming soon launches August 26th, and early access beginning August 22nd. Assuming that the pre-patch launches on July 30th here, that gives us a solid 3 to 4 weeks of the pre-patch to level up alts and prepare for the brand new expansion. And if the pre-patch launches before July 30th, that just gives us even more time, but we're gonna have at least 3 to 4 weeks to level up alts in the pre-patch, and once again leveling is going to be incredibly quick. And the reason behind that is that this pre-patch will massively nerf the experience requirements per level. There's another post here by Wowhead as well from April talking about the massive reduction in experience requirements in the brand new pre-patch, or in the War Within. And over here we have a chart showing you basically the experience per level changes in the War Within alpha, and this is very similar to what we have in the pre-patch as well. Going down here you can see the experience changes per level, and as you can see in level 1 to 10 basically no difference, but if you play the Mr. Pandaria remix event you start at level 10 anyway, and as you can see it's about 16 to 15% for most of the levels until you get to level 50. Then it starts ramping up to 23, 27, 30, 33, 35, 37, and ramping up all the way to 42 at level 59. Then at level 60 we have another huge ramp, and we see between 71% and 79.90% in the level 60 bracket. So from level 40 onwards we start seeing massive, well actually from level 50 onwards we start seeing massive changes and massive buffs to leveling. So leveling from 50 to 70 will be way faster in the pre-patch, which means if you want to massively take advantage of this, you can level up alts right now, get them to about level 40 or 50, and then do the final stretch when the pre-patch becomes available. Either way, the pre-patch will be here for 3 to 4 weeks, so you can just start the alts then as well, and you will be fine. As I mentioned earlier, you're looking at 1 hour from start to finish. It is so fast. Using this chart right here, we can also see exactly how much experience was required in the past on a level bracket basis, so you can see it's a lot less experience required now than previously. Pulling this one slightly further up, you can see the levels down here as well. So it used to be almost 4 million experience required in total, or if you see here, it's 400,000 experience required for the last level. It's going to go down to way less. We're talking about this is like 15%. And the last couple of levels are going to be 15% of what they used to be. So the experience per level is massively reduced, leveling will be way faster, and overall, you need way less than half of the experience in the pre-patch than you needed in the past. Using Mr. Pandaria right now, you can level up from level 1 or level 10 to level 70 in about 2.5 hours. So if they reduce that time in half, which they are doing here by reducing the experience required in half, unless they also reduce the experience you get from doing the activities we're doing, we're looking at a half leveling speed, or like a double leveling speed. 2.5 hours now, 1 hour 15 minutes in the pre-patch. It's going to be so fast. So exactly how am I leveling my alt in the remix event? Well, it's super simple. So I have set myself up with a level 20 twink character, which is a starter trial account which anyone can set up for free. Just make sure it's connected to the same Battle.net you're currently using, and I have a full video talking about this, but I'm gonna give you a quick TLDR in this video as well. So you're setting up a level 20 character that can never go past level 20, and because of scaling, this character will eventually become super strong by putting threads into your cloak. So right now I have a level 20 priest with 12,000 threads in my cloak, and you can get a lot of these on a daily basis just doing your daily activities. For example, doing 2 of your quests inside here, 1 for dungeon and 1 for a scenario, picking up these 2 dailies, that is 60 threads per quest, so that's 120 threads right there. And you can also do a random heroic time walking dungeon or time running dungeon and a random normal one, and as you can see you get this minor spool of eternal thread. Each of them gives you 60, and you can do a normal scenario and a heroic scenario, so overall that is 6 for like 4 here, 2 from scenarios, 2 from dungeons, and another 2 from those 2 daily quests. One of the daily quests is doing the dungeons, and while doing 1 dungeon or 3 bosses, and 1 is doing a scenario. So you're looking at 6 spools on a daily basis, which takes about 15 minutes to do, maybe even less, but let's say 15 minutes. 6 spools times 60, that is 360 threads every single day by spending 15 minutes. You can also do the world bosses, which also gives you 60 threads per world boss. Personally, I'm doing Shah of Anger, for example, I'm doing Galleon in Valley of the Four Winds, and I'm doing the Celestials on the Timeless Isle. That's another 180 threads very quickly as well, just by doing world bosses every single day. In addition to that, certain achievements can also give you spools as well to put threads into the cloak, and doing the campaign achievements are the best ones. They give you a greater bronze cache and a legendary spool, giving you 500 stats or 1000 stamina. That is between 500 and 1000 threads right into your cloak, depending on what you get. It's either 500 stats or 1000 stamina, so that's going to be super good as well. And all of this is based on the Time Runner's Mastery that we currently have, increasing the threads from spools by 200%. And then the more achievements you do, the faster you get those threads, so you can literally set up a twink character in 1 day by doing the achievements. Alternatively, you can do your dailies and set it up in about 5 days as well, and get a super strong level 20 character. Now, because you set this up on your main account, or you set it up on the same Battle.net account, you can have a starter account for free, and then you can open up your main account at the same time, invite yourself to a group, and then you start queuing for dungeons. And this is where the speed leveling comes into play, because you can do a dungeon on a level 20 twink so fast, it is not even funny how fast you do these dungeons. And I want to show you guys one example right now by queuing up here, and I'll show you how I'm personally speedrunning those dungeons. I'm also using certain gems to help me move faster. So we have the soul shape, for example, on my feet, and on the head we also have a Chi-G, the red crane, because of the crane rush and the movement speed. So we're focusing on movement speed here to be able to complete these dungeons as fast as humanly possible. So just to give you an idea of how good these twink characters are, we did get possibly the worst dungeon that we could have gotten here, but it's the Temple of the Jade Serpent, which does also consist of some RP, but we can just skip that RP once the boss is dead and then move on to the next one by using the chain or the Chi-G crane rush, and we're moving from boss to boss and just one-shotting the bosses super fast, and by doing this you're doing every single dungeon in about 1 to 2 minutes, and using for example Holy Nova lava with all these threads, you're one-shotting everything anyway, and when the boss becomes available, you simply do the same thing there as well. We one-shot the boss like this, and the boss is going to die, then we move to the last one, and we repeat the whole process once again. It's a super fast way to level up characters, and when you bring your alts into these dungeons, they just level up so fast. You're looking at about 1 to 2 levels every single dungeon, and that is without even picking up the bonus experience from the bosses. And then you pick up that bonus experience at the end or later, depending on, for example in the pre-patch, you might pick it up instantly. But what I'm personally doing is leveling my alts to level 25, and then picking up the bonus experience between level 25, 30, and 35. The reasoning for that is that you want to do one raid before picking up the bonus experience from your mailbox, because that gives you extra experience on your cloak as well. So you're just leveling so fast, and the thing is, in the pre-patch, you might not even have to do that raid. Doing that raid could be a waste of time, it really just depends, because we're doing dungeons so quickly, and the bonus experience from dungeons are so good, and you'll be able to level up so fast anyway. And if the heroic dungeons are taking you between 1 and 2 minutes each, that means you can do like 40 dungeons per hour, assuming you have an instant queue every single time, and that should give you about, what, 50-60 levels right there. That is almost max level right there just by spamming dungeons, only level 20 twink in the War Within Prepatch, because once again the experience rates has been massively reduced in the Prepatch, and you'll be able to level up your characters even faster. That being said, if you want to level up now, there's nothing stopping you now either, it's just going to be way faster in the pre-patch. That being said, I am currently leveling characters as of right now as well, using the Mr. Pandaria remix event because it's so fast. You're getting bronze while doing it to buy mounts, transmogs, and other collectibles, like toys for example, and as of right now I have bought almost everything. I think I'm missing 1 or 2 toys. Apart from that, I've bought pretty much everything that I can. I'm missing one of the expensive ones. Yeah, I'm missing the gastropod shell for 50,000 bronze. Apart from that, I have bought every single mount, every single toy, every single transmog, and I'm getting alts leveled up at the same time, getting ready for the concentration spam in the War Within. Now, I wanted to make this video now, a significant amount of time before the pre-patch comes out, because if you want to set yourself up with a level 20 twink, the sooner you start, the better, because yes, you will have to put some threads into your cloak. You can spam that out by doing achievements, the campaign achievements to be exact, and you can also do it by doing dailies. I've been doing a bunch of dailies, and if you want to do it by doing dailies, the sooner you start, the sooner you reach that overpowered threshold. That being said, you will eventually get capped, like I am right now, to the point where you can't even increase your stats anymore. You have reached the max percentage that you can get. Either way, that's the video for today. I wanted to make you all aware of the experience nerfs coming in the War Within Prepatch, and talk about the overlap between the Mr. Pandaria remix event and the War Within Prepatch. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below, let me know how you're prepping in the comments as well. Thank you for watching as always, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.